Hot temperatures are expected next week here in the Northwest, and that could put a real strain on your AC unit if you have one, and it could also lead to a breakdown, not what you need. Here now on Portland's Afternoon News, we're going to talk more about saving on your AC bill and avoiding costly repairs with Steven Stewart, who's an AC service company owner. Steven, good of you to join us.
Thanks for having me on.
Until recently, there hasn't been a lot of use for AC in the Northwest. So will you explain briefly in layman's terms just how a unit works?
I can do. So typical system is you have the outdoor unit. When it's on, you see the fan running. Inside, you either have a furnace in your attic or something in a closet. The refrigerant moves from the outdoor unit where it gets cooled down, moves into your indoor unit. It blows cold air over it, and that goes into your home. That's it at a high level.
Okay, pretty straightforward. So should we just crank the setting on the AC down as low as we want it and call it good, or is there a more efficient way to run the AC system?
There's lots of different opinions out there. I would say set it where it's comfortable. If it's going to be hot outside, your system's going to struggle and fluctuate through the day. So set it where you want it and see if it will maintain there.
Okay. We are talking with AC expert Steven Stewart here on Portland's Afternoon News about getting the most out of your AC unit. We also want to get into ways to avoid costly repairs because it seems like it is never cheap, Steven, when they break down. What do you suggest?
You can do two things, try and keep up. One is to keep your filter regularly changed so it keeps the internal airflow good. And then on the outside unit is you can take a hose and just with low pressure, rinse it off and make sure it's clean, that there's no dirt and grip. That will help the outdoor unit then breathe as well.
If someone is going to be getting an AC unit for the first time, how difficult is it to buy a unit, have it installed? I would imagine you have to run duct work and all of that.
If you're having it put in for the first time, I would recommend this thing called ductless systems or mini splits. That's the head that goes on the wall, or it can go in, it looks like a ceiling grill and a piece that goes outside. So I would recommend that if it's a first time installing a home.
And I've heard some folks I know just absolutely rave about what's called a whole house fan, which, as I understand it, is just a large fan that moves air through your home. Do you recommend something like that in certain cases?
I would say yes. There would say the north. It's a good system to have.
And does anybody use those evaporative coolers anymore?
If it's a humid environment, it won't function or work well. So it needs to be a low humidity environment.
All right. Well, Steven, thanks for all of the information. We really appreciate it. Good to have you here on Portland's Afternoon News.
Great. Thank you.